all right. Get you that kung fu. Welcome to the Live Drive Archive. Frank Monday. Wow, waiting for this to connect is just really turned into a total crock of garbage. Poo poo caca. So anyway, at least we connected this one time. Give a little update to the situation here in Twilight Zone Old Peking, Central Kingdom of the Celestial Dragon. They're doing all their National Day and Congress stuff, so the VPNs have been blocked, man. I talked to some other guys though, and they said their VPN was working all right. One guy uses Astral, and he says he pays like I don't know $200 for a VPN. And then another guy said that he uses one called All Access, and he paid like I don't know $120 or something for 3 years. And different people use different ones. I've got a couple that I paid for, but neither one is working, and so it just connected at random. I've been clicking it for the last couple of weeks, man, but there has been no action for Frank Monday. So that's why I haven't been doing any live streams and I haven't been able to upload any videos and I can't check any comments. And the fact that it connected right now, I think is a fluke. And who knows how long it'll last. But yeah, I figured I'd tune in and give an update, say hello to everyone. Hope y'all good looking, sexy people are doing well out in Happy Land today. It's yeah, it's just frustrating to be blocked from the internets all the time. Um, has this guy got enough room? He's trying to back up. I think he's got enough room. He just out of nowhere decided he wanted to back up. Yeah, so there you have it. That's the situation, man. VPNs are blocked, and as a result, there's no way for me to do much of anything at all as far as connecting to the internet. Like I said, I can't check the emails. I can't communicate with people. I can't check anything really. I can't update the Buy Me a Coffee page. Just nothing outside of China will really connect. The only search engine we can use is Bing. Microsoft's Bing. I guess they've got a deal. They filter enough of their content that China will let them operate. Google's blocked. Everything's blocked, pretty much, man. If the VPN's blocked, then everything is blocked. So that's kind of a bummer. I miss hanging out online with you guys and chatting about this, that, and the other thing. I miss talking about the 100-day magical challenge. I've just been reading. So now that I can't use the internet at all, I just read books that I've already got downloaded to my computer. So I've been reading the Mystical Kabbalah. I've been listening to reruns of the Hermetic Hour with Poke Runyon on the Apple podcast. You can also find his Hermetic Hour show. It's called the Hermetic Hour. You can also find it on Blog Talk Radio. Is it Blog Talk or Blog Spot? It's Blog Talk Radio, and any of the other places where you can get podcasts. I think he uploads it to 3 or 4 of them. And then make sure you guys check out his YouTube page, the Order of the Temple of Astarte. I think it's just called the Temple of Astarte. I think that's the name of the YouTube page here. I've been working real hard, man. You know, I got a lot of hours at work, and I'm there until like it's 7:30 right now, and I'm just now getting home. So I leave the house at 6 a.m. and I get home at 7:30 or 8 at night. So that's a 14-hour day, 12 to 14 hours every day. I do have an opportunity to take a nap at lunch, though, so that's good. I take like an hour-long nap. That's helpful. That keeps me peppy throughout the day. That keeps the pep in my step. Left for the internet anymore. So due to the fact that I'm not live streaming routinely, I don't even remember how to do it. I don't know how to maintain a conversation. So looks like 5 minutes is about all I'm gonna do, man. Plus I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. A lot of classes and feeling exhausted. Working hard. VPN blocked. Yeah. Yeah, that is kind of new. Like they do it periodically. They do, hey there, Aaron's Energy. Good to see you. Long time no see. They do periodically block the VPNs, but I was talking to some people that their VPNs work pretty good. Like folks who use Astral, Astrill, I think. They say that one seldom gets blocked, but lots of the other ones get blocked. But I've already paid for two VPNs, and I'm like, do I really want to kick down like another 100 or 200 bucks and get a third VPN in order to get past all of this, or do I just wait for the ones I've already paid for to start working again? It's because it's the People's Congress right now. So in the last 2 weeks of October, the first week of October is the Chinese National Day holiday. So they typically block it around that time. And then the last 2 weeks of October are the meeting of the People's Congress. I don't know that any people are actually involved. It's mostly just politicians. But wow, that dude was rearing to go. But yeah, they'll block it. Yeah, so I'm just chilling. I don't have an opportunity to use the internet much, so it's kind of a bummer. It's really one of my only social outlets outside of work these days. You know, old Frank Monday hanging out here in Peking. Old Peking doesn't really have any friends. And since they took such a big hit at community, they don't really let anybody like gather or have social events anymore. They've kind of blocked all that. So, yeah, kind of a bummer. It's kind of got my it's got my spirits down a little bit, especially because this is one of the most festive times for the of the year for me. This is, it's Halloween, and they banned the celebrating of any foreign holidays. So we're not allowed to celebrate Halloween this year at school and shit. And we're not like there's not going to be any foreign holidays, no Halloween, no Thanksgiving, no Christmas. I mean, we could celebrate at home with our family and stuff, but there's no festive environment. They're I don't know, they're kicking foreigners out again. They do this periodically, though. This is kind of a routine thing for China. Like they'll go and round up all the people who don't have the proper visas and kick them out of the country. This is a country with zero immigration policy. You can come over and visit, you can hang out and work for a while, but they don't allow people, to stay in perpetuity like I have. Like, I don't know very many people that have been here 20 years consecutively and are raising families here. Most just stay for a couple of years and then bail. Hey, my wife's not even home. I wonder where she's at. That's okay. I don't need her to be home. She's supposed to be home making dinner though, and I'm suspicious that it's going to be another late night with no dinner. Pretty routine for her. I told her if I went to work as erratically as you make dinner, then I don't think I would keep my job. I think they would have let me go a long time ago if they're like, you're just going to show up twice a week, sometimes not at all. Then thanks for that, Aaron's energy. I appreciate that, man. You have a good evening too. It's yeah, it's night here for me. I think it's probably early day for you. You're in the US, aren't you, Aaron? I can hang out for a second, have myself a cigarette since I just got home. Unless you're gonna bail, then I'll bail too. Bail on out the door. Yeah, it should be. You're somewhere in the USA, right, Aaron? If I remember correctly, 6 a.m. Yes, Minnesota. Okay, MN is Minnesota, right? Or Montana. Is that Montana or Minnesota? I would think that MI would be Mississippi. MO would probably be Montana, and MN would be Minnesota. In my guess, that's my best guess for the postal codes. Minneapolis is the big city there, right? Yeah, Minneapolis, Minnesota. I don't know much about that area of the country. I do know that I would imagine it's pretty rural. Minneapolis is probably the only major township there, really. And then every other little township, I think, would probably be in the tens of thousands of people rather than hundreds of thousands or even millions. China here, even the smallest cities have, 1 million people. So it's hard to compare. Beijing's like 28 million people on a good day, 50 million on a bad day. So I think that's why they need to keep such a tight rein over the internet because that's a lot of mind control to do. They don't want people getting any funny ideas. Hey, Tippy Hadron Colliders out there. Yeah, on your lunch break for 6 minutes. Saw you were online. Frank Monday show coming at you Monday through Friday. Not anymore. Not with the VPNs blocked. I'm surprised that my VPN broke through right now and I'm able to get a little transmission out there. I'm about an hour south of Fargo, North Dakota. My town is Fergus Falls, population of 13,000. Yeah, that's what I figured. Pretty small populations. It's about 20 degrees here. 23 degrees. That's Fahrenheit. We're like at 19 or 20 degrees Celsius per day. So that's still pretty high. I think that's in the 60s, mid to upper 60s. Whereas 23 degrees, that's bone chilling. That's below freezing, right? You're talking about Fahrenheit. We use Celsius over here in China. Try to get that cigarette burning. Yeah, guys. So I was just tuning in to update everyone and let folks know that the reason I haven't been going live anymore recently on the live drive jive or any other time really is because the VPN just won't connect. I'm surprised that it connected this time around. It's very exciting that I was able to connect. It's a big bummer to not be able to connect with the VPN. The main reasons are because pretty much just YouTube. Like, yeah, that does sound unusually cold for this time of year. It seems pretty early. It's only October. It seems a little early for it to be getting that cold. But pretty much all I use the internet for is either live streaming to YouTube or watching some YouTube videos like other people who post videos. There aren't very many people, I guess, that really live stream or that are, worth listening to during live streams per se. But yeah, I pretty much I'd watch a couple of YouTube videos and throughout the day or something. And then really the thing I enjoyed the most was checking the comments and reading other people's comments and then commenting on videos and stuff. That's kind of my social outlet. Any news on Jeff? Is he all right? It's chilly here. I haven't heard from Jeff, man. I think Jeff kind of stopped tuning in because I wasn't consistent anymore. So it seems like he lost interest because the last few times I've gone live, I haven't heard nothing from him. I've mentioned him. I've shout out to Monsieur Tiedrick if you're out there, man. Send me an email or something. He did send emails in the past, but with with the VPN, I can't even check email, right? Because my emails are like Yahoo, Google. What are some of the other emails I use? Whatever else there is. And then I don't have a local email server. It's all international, so I can't check email. Yeah, he might be going through something bad. Life can be tough. There's a lot of horse shit going on right now. That's part of the reason why over here as well that they block the internet and block the VPNs. They don't really want people reporting on what's going on. They started Yeah, I can't check shit. I can't do email. I can't do any messengers or anything. The only thing they allow to really be used is Chinese internet systems. And so I don't know if any of you guys use WeChat. It's WeChat, WeChat, but I use that one and that one still works. It works in the US. The US doesn't block any of the Chinese stuff. It's just the Chinese block the US stuff, which I don't really get. It's like we don't block your shit in the US. Why do you block our shit over here? It's kind of a conundrum, but yeah, it's what it is. So, is everybody still keeping up with the 100-day magical challenge? If you were participating in that, one of the texts that I recommend for it is The Mystical Kabbalah by Dion Fortune. I've been reading that daily, especially during this big VPN blockage. I find that it's a really good one. for exploring the Tree of Life and the Kabbalah of Wizardry. So if you are at all interested in the 100-day magical challenge, the first trimester was all about learning a basic circle casting and the four elemental keys of the internal alchemy, the earth, air, water, and fire. And then the second part of that 100-day challenge, the second trimester, was about what the middle pillar exercise and learning the tree of life diagram. So starting to explore it if you don't already know it. And if you already do know it, then just reacquainting yourself with it. And the Mystical Kabbalah by Dion Fortune is a good way to go through it. And then the last trimester of the 100-day challenge is all about getting your tarot cards out and rediscovering the major arcana, right? And their relationship with the tree of life. And so that's kind of the way I set it up this go around. And so the basic practice to fulfilling the 100-day magical challenge is just in the morning, dream recall, meditation, and prayer. So if you're doing those three things alone, then you're fulfilling the requirements of the 100-day magical challenge. Um, I'm having a mega shit show in my life right now, just now. Diana, Fortune. Oh, what is all that? Tippy, I'm sorry to hear about that. Everyone's kind of going through shit right now. And I think that's part of why they censor the internet so much too, is because they really don't want people reaching out to each other. Aird's Energy says, do you guys watch that show Hyler? Highly suggested, if not. Huh. How is it spelled? Hellier? Hellier? Is that correct? Hellier? I've never heard of it. That's one thing that they don't block. In fact, is like I have a TV website where I can watch TV shows, and I've been watching a bunch of different stuff. I rewatched all the episodes of Deadwood. There were 3 seasons of that. It's about the guys out in North Dakota. I think Deadwood was in North Dakota. Hellier, yes, I'll check it out for sure. What's it about? Tell me, give me the rundown. So Deadwood was fun. I rewatched all of Deadwood, and I watched Project Blue Book. That's the UFO one that they did only 2 seasons of, and then they cut it. So that was a really good TV show. Project Blue Book. No, I've got a website that I can watch it for free. I don't even need Amazon Prime or YouTube, but it's called Hellier. I'll check and see if it's on there. I've got a website that doesn't work in the US, and I don't need a VPN to watch, and I can watch streaming TV over here in China for free. Everything, all the Netflix stuff, all the HBO stuff. I rewatched the HBO series. It was either HBO or Stars that did, or Showtime. Maybe it was Showtime. They did a one called Spartacus, Blood and Sand. That was a few years ago. I rewatched that one. I watched Project Blue Book. I watched Deadwood. I've been watching Rick and Morty. I've never seen that before, and I think it's pretty funny. I jumped in on there and watched like season 6, and then I realized there's 5 other seasons for it. So I started watching them in reverse order. I watched all of season 6, and then I'm watching all of season 5, and then I jumped back in and started watching season 4. Okay, it's a docuseries about a group of paranormal investigators that go down some crazy rabbit holes. They find that they may be guided into a magic initiation. Huh. That kind of sounds like what I want to do with my channel is to gather up paranormal researchers and get people to explore the supernatural and the paranormal through magic. So the 100-day magical challenge, a magical initiation, right? Just the basic precepts of it, just doing dream recall, meditation, and prayer. That's enough to start initiate yourself into the magical tradition, the Western mystery tradition, and then studying the basic tenets of it, right? Like the pentagram ritual, the tree of life, the tarot. So that's a good way to be self-initiated into these systems. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. It does sound like it's right up my alley. hellier. I'll definitely have it a looka. I rewatched a lot of Archer. I don't know if you guys have ever watched the animated series Archer. Archer Sterling and his group of um, co-intel spies that run an agency. That one's a really fun one. Um, Other than that, yeah, just listening to a lot of Poke Runyon. I just got through listening to The Mystery of Malkazevich and like tracing the systems all the way back to Abraham and Moses and how they had different expressions of the Godhead, the Elohim and Yahweh, right? Jehovah, and how they're very different. How the Elohim, the Father God El, is a very kind and caring God and not at all jealous. And that was Malkazevich's God and the God of Abraham and Isaac. And then how it changed at the time of Moses. And then Ezra went back and rewrote the Bible and tried to make the older God also an expression of Yahweh or Jehovah, but he says that that's not the way it's supposed to be. Okay, get ready for work. Nice seeing you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all good looking, sexy people. Stay well out in Happy Land. I will see you on the next transmission. Until then, uh, keep doing good magic as above, so below as we wander into the abodes of the future. Please leave a comment and I'll try to check in whenever I can. Until then, bye for now, everyone. Zaijian.